So I've been getting a bunch of questions about the Stream Deck I'm using. And the Stream Deck, it's really just kind of a customizable keyboard. It has a bunch of buttons that have kind of, I think they're LCD displays. And you can use it with the software they've got. But I've actually been using something called SoundFlow recently, which is a platform that integrates really nicely with Pro Tools here in my studio and lets me fire macros and kind of automate some of the tedious and repetitive things I do in Pro Tools. So let me show you some of that. All right, so here is my Stream Deck, and you can see this is what comes up when I just start up Pro Tools. So I have a bunch of custom buttons here, and these all go to different controls. My main deck is where I spend most of my time. The auto deck is for when I'm doing automation. If I pop over to that, you can see there's automation functions, so I can take things in and out of trim, latch, touch right, preview, auto join, things I use on a regular basis. I've got just some utilities. These are just various things I do in Pro Tools, but I figure the easiest way to show you this would just be to kind of show it in action. So I'm going to go to my session setup deck. And what I have here in Pro Tools, this was something I recorded not too long ago. And I've kind of thrown this into my blank template. It was a pretty simple session. I got a Moog, piano, some string tracks and organ tracks, and a vocal and some other tracks. So it's not a big, heavy, complex session. So it doesn't make sense for me to kind of load this into my big music template because there's not a lot of stuff here. So I still need to kind of set this up to mix it. So first thing I'm going to do with this count and click track right here, I'm going to hit my monitor router, which is going to route those directly to my monitors and not my mix bus, because if those are unmuted and up, the last thing I want to do is ever print those. So Moog, piano. With this piano, I think two of these mics were kind of inside in the top, and these are going to be behind the piano. It was an upright. So I'm going to go and I'm going to put these in a routing folder. So we'll call this piano top. And then I'm going to call these piano back. And then I'm just going to put both of those in. Whoops. Try that again. And I'm just going to put both of those in a routing folder, which I'll just call piano. So now I've got that down. Organ, vocals, everything else go to the mix bus. That'll work. But I want to color code some of this stuff. Let's open that back up. I'll go to my track colors that I use. All of these keyboards. These are keys. Hit that again. Make some keys. String tracks are kind of miscellaneous. What do we got? A bunch of vocals, some background vocals. Oh, and boys and girls, by the way, background is one word, which is why we abbreviate them BV, not BGV. Anyways, I'll make these all red. All right, so there we go. Everything's color-coded, and I am ready basically to start mixing. Now, I want to put some plugins on this because I'm going to need to do something to them. So I can go to my plugins page. I can hit Pro Q, and that'll put an EQ on that. We're not going to need that high on a piano. Roll that back down. If I want to do the top mics one way, I can do that. Whoops. Put that down there. Again, let's do that lower. Maybe I want a compressor on this top one. I can add compressor. So vocal, put an EQ on there, and then maybe a compressor. So, all of these, let's say, oh, forgot to color code that guy. Go back to track colors. That's a bass synth. So we'll call that brown. But you can see it just makes everything work really fast. Something here, for example, like let's say I go, I want to put one plugin on all of these. For example, maybe I want to put Soothe on all of them. Well, if I hit Soothe now, it'll just put it in the first available plugin slot on each one. So that's pretty cool. Or let's say now with this guy, I want to tune that vocal. I need to put some auto tune on there, but everything, I don't have an open one at the front. And I like putting tuning stuff first. So I can go to my utilities, hit free first insert, and it just does all that, moves it, go back to plugins, search. I want real-time tune. Boom. So that's Stream Deck and SoundFlow, just a way to really kind of work fast. Trying to think if there's anything cool in here. All right, so if I hop into my main deck page, I can show you some of the stuff in here that helps a lot. And here's a good example. I have a floor tom here. And there's this big cymbal hit at the end of this last beat. And I want to clean this up. First, let me EQ this real quick. All right, and put some compression on it. So there's this big cymbal hit right around there. Well, I want to get that out. But if we listen, we can still hear the tom ringing. And I don't want to just kill all of that ring. So I'll go to here. I have my little clean tom button. Gotta love having Tom Lord Algae right there. He's the one who I learned this from. So I hit clean tom and it applied clip effects. Now we'll put a little crossfade on here. And here's another one. I don't need this stuff at the top of this. So I'm going to separate and mute that. And so now, and don't need any of that. So here we go. So put that in with the overheads in a full mix and you have a clean tom. And all that's doing is it just opens clip effects. I have a preset that it loads up that is just a low pass filter to get all that cymbal stuff out, and then closes it down and it's done. But it separates things. If this was a plosive, I've got another one that does the same thing, and I can just hit depop. And again, it just high passes it where I want it. Put crossfades and move on. So great for doing quick editing and stuff. So there you have it. It's my Stream Deck with SoundFlow. If you've got questions about some of this, you can leave a comment and I'll try and respond when I get a chance. If you want to check out SoundFlow, they've got a demo. So I'll put a link to that in the description. And there's a lot of built-in commands, but there's also a really, really great user community where people just kind of create scripts and different macros and things and upload them. And a lot of the stuff I'm using is from that community. And then I customize some of it for how I need it. So it's just a really cool platform you can use to work faster and stay more creative. So hope you found it interesting. I will talk to you soon.